Hey guys, tightrope here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We're on road to Tunis. And today spawning on the right, we have PutPut, AusarTheVile, playing as Afrika Korps. Has selected armored support right off the rip. And on the left hand side we have lattouf, playing as US Forces, who has gone armored straight off and gone for fast deploy and veteran cruise. Going for the ultra fast truck. Go back onto PutPut so keep everything intelligible. In terms of rankings, lattouf I think are in the mid 60s and PutPut in the mid 70s, so a very even matchup between these two. So short barracks, didn't go for like an edge placement. I think like, you know, trying to build your building right at the edge here so you can reinforce for those cut-off battles is helpful. I usually do it, even though now the reinforced times are nerfed a bit. Still think it's valuable. But yeah, a lot of buffs to the truck. I think didn't it get like a 25% capture rate bonus, I think. Combined with, you know, fast deploy coming in immediately for 0 cost. Should lead to some very strong map control on the truck immediately here. For some reason it sounded like the sound wasn't working properly there with the switching. Okay, whoa. That's a very late crowd from PutPut. Very late indeed. That being said, you know, the truck doesn't actually have that good penetration on its gun is what I've found. So it's not like it bullies the crud like you might expect based on the WC-51 from Company of Heroes 2. I suppose fighting here, but of course there's one man on the roof, makes it tough. No flamethrower upgrading on this unit either. Both people with as many models on the roofs as possible. Looks like the rifles are going to be the ones jumping out. I think they do actually have an edge at this range against the Panzergrenadiers. But they come through, chase away that squad from the edge. It does allow the Panzergrenadiers to jump into this building in a nice position, though the riflemen are kind of rotating off to the side. Crud's going to try soften them up, but doesn't really have enough firepower to do that alone. Another squad of P-Greens arriving. Slow paced fight over here, but it looks like the Panzerpos are eventually losing that. Would have been worth trying to get another model back on the roof again there after the roof model had died.
Proximity alarm near our capture point.
Light support tech is down. And we've got the med station coming up again. And this is a situation where you should build it a little bit further forwards. Extend the healing radius of it and make it so the medics have less distance to travel when they're going to go pick up wounded soldiers. It's a small detail though. Those are the kind of things that I'm good at optimizing right at the start. Pretty even fight between these two. Nice little reposition from the P-Greens though. Getting behind heavy cover against the truck. And another squad of P-Greens arriving. PutPut eventually overwhelming down here. Rifleman trying to get involved now after doing some capping. But overwhelming numbers here for PutPut with the nice heavy cover positioning as well. He's got the vet bonus on the crud also. So applies that debuff to the rifleman. Makes it good to, you know, combine the crowd with other units. But behind this, lattouf has had some pretty good map control. Good little foray down the side here. Capping up nicely, and we've got a med truck up. Good cut-off attempt, well, good fuel decapture attempt at least. Might actually be more successful going for the cut-off, because these do take a while to decap. So the Panzerpies are not going to run into the point to jam the capture though, so he's going to get away with it.
We have vehicles available in reserve.
Here they go now. Too late though.
Enemy forces have claimed our sector.
Panzer Grenadiers coming in. Panzer Jaegers are going to be the call option. Motor pool is coming up for lattouf, so the Panzer Jaegers are a good option against what's going to be produced. Kind of just have to go for this preemptively, right? Because you need that extra bit of anti-tank as the Afrika Korps player. And, you know, Jaegers aren't completely horrible against infantry, and you can always use them to try chase down the truck in this situation as well, so they're going to be completely useless. Couple good hits there. Truck's in some trouble. Oh, but I think he lost vision. Maybe it's a little bit too fast. So the truck is going to survive. I'm going to have to use the repairs on that though, so doesn't have any engineers to repair that up with. Again, a dive down the side with triple riflemen as opposed capping out to the edge. Panzer Jaegers getting involved can provide the combined arms buff to these Panzer Grenadiers. So it's a good little formation he's got going here, but again, a little bit slow from PutPut getting in to jam the decapture on his cutoff. It's going to hurt him. Jumps out with the Jaegers. It's a Chaffee straight away, which is interesting. Did of course receive a lot of buffs in the patch.
Territory lost. We're losing grasp of a capture point.
From there, get the decap and then retreat. So he wants to complete the fuel capture before getting out of there. Scouts coming out to the far side. Panzerpies should be able to win this. A lot of munitions floating by PutPut though. Really needs to spend that. You know, should have got something, I think, on the Panzerpies. Probably a flamethrower. Would have helped him out quite a lot. Could start to go for some LMGs now on these Panzer Greens as well. Got 3 squads of them. And the Chaffee comes out to swing this engagement in the Toos' favour. Not incredible performance from the Chaffee, but it's good enough. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like the AEC from Company Furious 2. Not incredible performance against infantry, but enough to swing engagements. Be a bit of a threat. Good positioning on the Panzer Jaegers here. Activating Seek and Destroy, I believe, on the Chaffee. Getting out of there. PutPut kind of needs a vehicle, probably a Armada in this situation, to assist him a bit. Otherwise this Chaffee's going to continue being a major headache. And again, this building control really causing PutPut some issues. Not having that flamethrower, I think, going back to bite him. Oh wow, he went for the upgrade on the Panzer Grenadiers to 6 men. It's getting them the LMG, so he's really investing quite a lot into these P-Greens. I'm not too sure about that as a strategy. Oh, oh, oh man. No escape for the crowd. It's so tough. Once they get the bars on the riflemen, because the bars have so much penetration, those things like the crowd just die so fast. I think that's maybe a bit of a problem at the moment. How good the penetration is on bars kind of nullifies, you know, things like the 250 and crud as soon as the bars come online. Bit of a dangerous retreat path here now for the Panzer Grenadiers.
point.
Chaffee's there as well.
Say the word.
Does not have grenades.
Get down. Supply
Bringing
lines
in
are
the
cut.
250 just for some long range support and the combined arms buff. Not really trying to get up close and
Victory point
personal
under
with it.
enemy control.
Couple shots. And the Chaffee's going to back away with that. It still doesn't look like any engineers for lattouf.
We do not hold any victory points. How could this happen?
Got the veteran gunners upgrade.
We have Flammpanzers available to
And
rout the
looks
enemy
like it's
from
going to
their
be a
homes.
flame tank. Doesn't have the manpower for it. I didn't realize that. 400 manpower for the Panzer III flame tank. That's quite expensive. And you know, often the problem with Afrika Korps is manpower at this stage. Seem to run into all sorts of manpower issues. Which is why these Panzer Grenadier strats are typically not that popular. You end up bleeding quite a lot of manpower, and especially after the most recent changes, you know, buffing up Bar Riflemen long range. Now Bar Riflemen are kind of just better than the Panzer Grenadiers at all ranges. Makes the strategies even less appealing. Picked up a Marder. Has not got the flame tank yet, but I imagine that's going to be coming in shortly.
Our victory point is being
Combined arms
neutralized
buff
by
though
the
can
enemy.
help swing things in the Panzer Grenadier's favour, I believe. Gonna try jump into the building to stall back there.
No! We have lost
4
control
riflemen
of the
now.
victory point. Proximity
And
alarm.
Panzer Pyro's just a little bit overwhelmed. There's too many squads on the field at the moment for PutPut, especially after losing his Krat as a capping tool. Really struggling to keep up in terms of territory. It's 4 riflemen, scouts,
Proximity alarm near our victory point.
truck, officer. It's tough. Does have the Marder somewhat nearby. Having some trouble with the positioning. The flame tank though doing some nasty damage here. And that was not so good for lattouf. Sacrificing his engineers for no real reason there. 250 coming out to the side, trying to shut down this harassing play.
A capture point is being taken from us.
Panzer Greens here now. Looks like they're going out to do some
Enemy
capping.
forces have taken our territory.
Flame tank coming across here.
Territory lost.
Forces to retreat at least. The Chaffee's over here, but the Marder in a nice position as well.
Ready for orders.
Still doesn't have anti-tank grenades ticked. Only has the veteran squad leaders upgrade so far. So I think this is a decent split. You know, got the Marder over here, the Jaegers on the other side. So whichever side the US vehicles come out to does have some resistance. Just won't get completely overrun on either side. Maybe give some time for the other form of anti-tank to rotate across. Also, could maybe go for another Panzerjäger
We're taking casualties.
call in at this stage.
The victory point is being taken from us.
Do you notice that
Our capture
used to
point
be
is
green and
being
now it's
neutralized
red?
by the enemy. Victory point lost.
What happened there? I was just thinking it was kind of weird that it's green for a flame tank.
The enemy have claimed
Interesting.
our sector. We're losing grasp of
Maybe
the
some
victory
upgrade or
point.
something I'm not aware of.
Enemy infantry closing on us. Get down. Where's the fucking AT gun?
Dodging around the side, there's an anti-tank gun, as you heard
Enemy
from the
Enemy
vehicle
forces
crew.
have captured a victory point.
It's one of the edges of a motor pool. He's got a flare up.
Grasp of a capture point.
Tries to charge in on the Marder, but the Marder gets a nice shot in. P-Green's coming across, threatening the snare, but they don't actually have it. As Tigran's trying to take a cover position, but we've got Port on him rifleman. Should win that. The T-gun did push up. Marta's now on one shot. Attack ground attempt. Lands a little bit short though for lattouf. Keeping out the far side now with the Panzergrenadiers though. It's good work over there. And all the riflemen getting forced away here. This is where, you know, the medics running out to cover the casualties can help you get a bit of a manpower edge against the US player. Not just the grenades, but takes a while. Still has to retreat. Capping down the far side now with the riflemen. Definitely hurting for repairs though, lattouf, after losing that engineer. The Panzergrenadiers should be able to win this one. They pop their focus fire ability. But here come two riflemen now. Going to turn things around. I think he was hoping that the captain was forgotten about. Maybe he could get the kill, but not the case. Worth, you know, worth hanging about for if you're quite confident in your retreat path. And Panzer III flame tank rotating here. Chaffee's coming across and it's got a bit of a road to work with. Should be coming in quite fast. Got to be careful. Yeah, see, it briefly went green again. Now it's red. Got to be careful with its new speed boost and the anti-tank grenades, of course. We know that those have been ticked since we saw a rifleman throw out a grenade at the Panzergrenadiers earlier. Now it's green again. It's basically... Oh, when I have selected. That's interesting. Marta has rotated across here. The flame tank's doing some good work against the rifleman. It's coming back in with the flame tank. Takes a shot. Uh-oh, this could be a little bit ugly. The Marta's coming up. Gets a crew shock on the Chaffee. He's trying to get around the side of it. It's going to wear off, but the Marta gets the kill. The flame tank's somehow alive at 4 HP. Riflemen have already used their anti-tank grenades. Wow, what a play from PutPut. Daring stuff. A little bit slow starting up the damage with the Marta. Almost cost him the engagement, but ends up getting the job done. Strong activation of the flame blind there. Stopping the Chaffee from firing. This is just limiting its vision. I actually haven't tested if that stops you from firing. Or if you can still attack ground while it's active. If it disables weapons or if it's just the blind. Either way, it doesn't seem like lattouf was ready for it. And great work there from PutPut. Keeping that alive. Not have the tank depot yet. Take a quick look at lattouf's resources. Yeah, he's got resources for days. Stalling for the Easy 8. And yeah, this is very powerful, as I was expecting it to be. Being able to skip, you know, being able to go from motor pool, shore up your kind of mid-game, skip the tank depot and go straight for the Easy 8. A very strong option as a US player. There's no tech call-ins. A very good option. And still PutPut is struggling to keep up in terms of territory control. Just it's so hard, you know, he's got such a low amount of infantry to cap territory with. We have a look at lattouf by comparison, like look at all that. And he's got the dodge as well. Very hard to keep up in terms of territory control, but pretty even on the VPs at least. Could be about to be in a world of hurt though with that Easy 8 arriving. And looks like he is going for some Panzer 3s. He does have the edge. He's got the veteran gunners, the penetration boost. Does help out the Panzer 3s. But I think Panzer 3s at the moment quite weak. You know, the only way that they seem to be viable earlier was when they... could be a wipe here. Was when they were fully juiced up with all the upgrades. Then they were like semi-viable. Now all the upgrades have been nerfed. It seems like the Panzer 3 is a bit weak to me. That's a nasty 1-2 punch. 250 goes down. Double Panzer 3's rotating across. But yeah, the extra pin from this ability I think is going to help out quite a bit against the Easy 8. Because they have relatively sturdy armor. Flame tank coming in a little bit far here. Easy 8 misses though. Checking on the armory upgrades. Doesn't have any of the other upgrades.
Proximity alarm near our victory point.
Panzer 3 is engaged. Panzer reporting.
The Marder in a nice position, ready to return fire here.
Victory point under enemy
Second
control.
Marder in the build for PutPut as well. I think that's a good choice. Trying to bait the Panzer 3 into the anti-tank gun.
Our enemy has the upper hand. We have 300 points. Clear the way.
Panzer taking hits. They're pissed.
Okay, he's kind of gearing up for an attack on this side of the map. Couple shots from the AT gun now coming through on the Panzer 3. Good work against the assault engineers.
Enemy forces have claimed our
Panzer
sector.
3's taking quite a few hits though. Got a little bit of repairs. The Marder's slightly out of range to return fire here. Panzer 3 working nicely with the flame. Yeah, the Marder's just out of range this entire time.
Point is being taken from us.
And now the Easy 8's rotating across. Where's this flame tank going? Is he going in for the flame blind again? So hard to see if this is active. Yeah, he is. Flame blind is active and he's going in with the double Martyrs. The AT gun rotating across. Can the double Martyrs finish the job in time? Flame blind's wearing off. The Martyrs missing a couple shots. Flame tank's in some major trouble. Martyrs lining up the hits. Still, I think, need 2 shots to kill here. And he's lost vision. Panzer 3, I think, has gone down, but the other Panzer 3's coming in. But rifling with the 18 nades, now the Martyr's actually taking some damage just from small arms. They're so lightly armored. Panzer 3, though, swarming in on the anti-tank gun. Going to get the decro on that, but now perhaps going to be threatened by mass anti-tank grenades. Bit of infantry coming in support for PutPut. Trying to get away with these Martyrs. Looks like he's not going to take a risk and come back in with the Easy 8 to try and finish the job. Rifleman now could be in some trouble though. Looks like one of them is about to get wiped by the regular Panzer 3. One of the Martyrs going to go down to an anti-tank grenade. Well, both of them are in fact. Maybe should have come back this way instead of driving back through here. But maybe could steal away the anti-tank gun with the one of these squads. Big damage from the Panzer 3 there. Bring up a couple Panzer Grenadiers. Daring move from PutPut nearly worked out. But here comes the second Easy 8 now. Ooh! Building, hanging on by a thread, really needs to get out of there right now. Too slow. Easy 8, I think, popping the high explosive rounds there. Bringing up the Panzer Jaegers. Panzer 3 getting back involved. What happened to the AT gun? Did he kill the AT gun? Why did he kill it? He should have stolen it. I'm so confused. Okay, he's dropped the AT Loiter down. He's going in. The other Easy 8's already repaired though. Oh, but the planes do enough. One of the Easy 8s goes down.
Easy 8.
Daring play there from PutPut, but it works out brilliantly. Becomes a big swarm of rifles. Bring down the artillery from the captain, I believe.
The victory point is being taken from us.
Fresh martyr on the field. For PutPut, he's got another Panzer III in the build. Definitely you can see the extra penetration on the Panzer III really helping out against the Easy 8.
Victory point lost.
I think we've seen Panzer Storm activated so far, but saving up for the anti-tank planes makes sense. Maybe the Panzer Storm could have been good with the dive on the Easy 8 earlier with the double martyrs, but not a huge deal. Ended up working out in the end. Spinning it on the planes. Have a quick look at what lattouf has.
We must pull this back. We're down to 300 points.
Oh, he's gone for a recovery vehicle. Oh my god. It's abandoned his base. It costs quite a lot to recover it, but sure, I mean, he might be able to recover something else. We've got a Dodge here, we've got a Marder down here. The recovery takes an incredibly long time. I think it's like 2 minutes. Probably needs to be altered. But there we go, recovery vehicle. On top of that, once it's recovered, you still have to repair it up as well. Which probably takes another like 40 seconds or so. So yeah, it's got its drawbacks.
Our fuel point is being neutralized by the enemy.
But you know, looks like he's maybe misclicked it or it's not started up properly. Or maybe we can't see it because we're not lattouf. No, it looks like it's not just not working.
Confirming enemy points at 300 and dropping.
But yeah, one of the points somebody made was that maybe these assault engineers shouldn't come in at Vet 1, which I can probably get on board with. The fact that they come in at Vet 1 means you can go straight for their fieldcraft ability, which makes them incredibly powerful for mine planting and repairs. It makes the Easy 8 call-in extremely powerful. Already, you know, the tech skipping aspect of it was so good, combined up with the cost reduction in the most recent patch. Yeah, I think he's noticed this finally was not working properly. Maybe he didn't have manpower when he tried to right-click it. Can finally start recovering it now. 2840 is when it started. Still, as I said, there is the Marder wreck down here. Could try to recover that. But it really feels like this is more of a team game type option.
Our enemy is on 250 points.
Panzer III's coming in for a bit of a base inspection, going for a kill on the mid tent. It's a good, soft target. Kill it off relatively quickly. Quite expensive to rebuild and shut down that healing. Good little dive there from PutPut. Easy 8 comes in. But is quite badly outnumbered. Bounces one shot, he activates the Panzer Storm, he's charging ahead. Swarming in, hoping for the kill on the Easy 8. The second Easy 8's just about recovered. So it looks like it's going to take about a minute and a half. One Panzer III goes down, the high vet one. Able to finish this off. And because Panzer Storm's active, these anti-tank grenades not slowing down. But the runs over the mine back there. Didn't maybe see this Easy 8 getting recovered out the back either. Bit unfortunate there for PutPut to, you know, he took a few AT nades, didn't slow him down because of this crazy ability. But then runs over the mine on the exit, it's enough damage to kill him. Of course, these riflemen, no healing. So putting damage on them's more valuable than it often is. just about finished repairing this up now after that. So from start to fully repaired took a full 2 minutes, right? Where'd the other Easy 8 die?
AusarTheVile is awaiting orders.
Looks like it got completely flattened, I guess. Is a martyr up here. Could be an option. Takes a while to salvage, of course. A few bars on the ground. Still has 3 riflemen out of the 4. Triple cap against lattouf. He's got the Easy 8. Opens up. We've got 2 Panzer IIIs here. But the Easy 8's swarming in. I think he's activated the armor-piercing rounds, perhaps. Exposing his rear armor, though, that's not what you want to be doing. Oh, but what a shot from long range. Now the Easy 8 trying to fight against the Panzer III. Oh, but the Peregrines have anti-tank grenades this time round. Panzer III does get the kill shot off, though. He's coming in. Pops the sprint to get in range for an AT nade. Now engine crit on the Panzer III. In the back right the way off. He's capping on the far edge with the scout, which is still alive.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
Got a fish machine gun out for PutPut, trying to lock down the VPs. He is only down to a low amount of infantry. Lost his Panzer Pyos. Can of course repair with your infantry in this game. They are quite slow unless you have gone for the upgrade.
Territory sector has been claimed by the enemy.
Which he has not. No, he has. Requires not already upgraded. Okay, so that makes them respectable. Gonna plant some mines there, but interrupted by the Panzer Jaegers.
Strategic point is being neutralized by the enemy.
Gets the flamethrower. Is that the pour it on him? What's it called? Light him up? I think it's called light him up. Get ability.
We must reconnect with them.
Have a quick check.
Only
Yeah, light it up.
points left for us. Here we go.
Enemy forces down to 75 points.
Has not tried to recover any of these vehicles though. I think, you know, a good martyr steal could have been quite juicy. This is probably too far out to steal, but maybe a couple of these martyrs could have been nice. And oh, speaking of recovery vehicles, we got one coming in from PutPut.
Proximity alarm near our capture point.
There's a Panzer III right, or Easy 8 right next to his base. Oh boy, hits a mine with this Panzer III, but there's nothing really to finish the job on it. Going out to do some capping. Focus more on the victory points at this stage, PutPut, than anything else.
We need work and we need leave. What'll it be?
Doesn't quite have the manpower. Oh, okay, he's going to repair the Panzer III with this before doing the recovery process. Makes sense. We got a fresh Easy 8 though, hitting the field for lattouf.
Point taken. All quiet.
Looks like this thing has a bit of trouble lining up its repairs before it starts him, but getting that going now. Look at that green glowing aura. Classy. Squad inside the building. Looks like a LMG is on the roof as well, so that rifle's getting eaten for breakfast. Here comes the Easy 8. Tank riding his way out here so he can go for the cap as fast as possible. And there go the Peregrines. Lining up. He's got enough munitions for the anti-tank loiter. He's going for recovery on the Easy 8 now as well.
Enemy forces have captured a victory
So inside the building working well.
Our capture point is being
Activated
neutralized by the enemy.
the rate of fire boost there on the Panzer III.
Keep your distance.
Territory overrun.
Good hit from the Easy 8.
Keeping orders. Finally, man down.
Man, they keep like trading guns and not being able to get a shot off. He's dropping down the anti-tank plane. Oof, but the Easy 8 gets the squad wipe. Anti-tank planes do a decent amount of damage, get it down to half, but he's not going to chase any further than that. Looks like he activated The rate of fire and speed boost, the seek and destroy. So probably a good idea for PutPut not to chase while that is active.
50 points
And he, you know, he can just wait for the Easy 8 recovery. He doesn't have to do anything too desperate. Though losing that squad of infantry does hurt him a lot for capping power. It's so hard late game, as Afrika call it, to actually maintain your infantry. But holding on to these manpower points does help out a lot.
Proximity alarm near our victory point.
Okay, rifleman sprinting around the machine gun looking for a flank. We do have the Panzer III right there, but could get grenaders, could get decrewed. Looks like that grenade got reduced by heavy cover. Good day. Yeah, well, it's, you know, give and take. Both of them with the recovery vehicles. Saving an Easy 8 evens out in the end, doesn't it? And as I was saying, you know, lattouf could have done the same for a couple of these martyrs. Kind of forgotten about that recovery vehicle since he got it. Let's try to use it. 49 VPs left for lattouf. We've got the Easy 8 now for PutPut, combining up with the Panzer III, which is freshly repaired by the recovery truck. So here we go. lattouf bring up his recovery truck now. It's the Easy 8 war.
Our territory is in enemy hands.
Oof. Ooh, big hits. And there go the assault engineers. lattouf getting a taste of his own medicine here on the receiving end of these nasty Easy 8 hits. Looks like he was briefly considering trying to recover this Panzer III. Oh man, just monstering all the US infantry now with this combo. How much health does this have? This thing has crazy big health. 520, now it's up to Vet 3. Gonna kill off the recovery vehicle. It seems like lattouf not really, not as focused on winning the game as he should be. Okay, Panzer Storm active. PutPut charging ahead, looking for the kill on the Easy 8. This could easily backfire on him though. Uh-oh, a couple anti-tank grenades coming off. Oh, but just one more shot. And there he gets it. Could now anti-tank grenade to finish this off if he's got the munitions. Look at this. He's taking the time to run over the vehicle wrecks so they can't get recovered. That's a new meta for you guys. Go up against these recovery vehicle factions and commanders or battle groups. There you go. Panzer III has been recovered in the center of the map. Pairing that up now. Riflemen outnumbered. We'll eventually have to give up this position. PutPut. Saving up for another Panzer III if I had to guess. There we go, Panzer III fully recovered from the center of the map. lattouf is probably like, what is this game? Never seen so many recoveries in one match. Good smoke out there from the scouts. Did upgrade that smoke package. Couple more vehicle wrecks up here. I wonder if he's going to try to crush those as well. He is. He's purposefully going through and crushing all the wrecks so they can't get recovered. Fresh Easy 8 on the field though for lattouf. Chasing down this Panzer III, which actually doesn't really have very much support at this stage. PutPut does have another Panzer III in the build, but oof. Could be about to run over these nasty mines. Oh my god, look at this. This could be disastrous for PutPut. 2 mines. Oh, now the Easy 8 coming in, looking for the kill. Oh my god. The swings in this game. Anti-tank grenade, but it's too early. Oh, even if he threw it later, it still wouldn't have been enough health damage. Easy 8's too durable for that. Well, that's actually quite bad for PutPut now. He's definitely lacking anti-tank to handle this Easy 8. This Jaeger's going down and just the Panzer III to rely on here. Good thing he's got that penetration bonus though. Oh, and he finds a rear armor shot. He's got a bit of road speed coming in and the anti-tank grenade. Easy 8's in some major trouble now. Panzer III getting around onto the rear, should be able to close the show here. Blocks the pathfinding. And that'll do. Great move there from PutPut. It can be kind of hard to know where roads are and aren't, because, you know, they're not all illustrated by negative cover in this game. But yeah, roads don't give negative cover anymore, but they do still provide speed bonuses. Good flank on the machine gun here. Pairing up the Panzer III. Really needs that Panzer III. Without it, he's just getting overwhelmed by the US infantry. Takes up position in the building though. Got the bar on the scout. Is this got a flamethrower? What was that doing up there? I thought there might have been a tank wreck out there for the recovery vehicle, but it's just an ambient wreck. Still quite close on VPs. As I say, PutPut still struggling with capping. I guess lattouf is saving up for another Easy 8 and he's just about there. It just... Could that be the GG move? The final Easy 8 here. Panzer III chasing away this, hits Vet 1. Again, turret traverse and acceleration. Capping now, 34 points remain. Doesn't have anything, he's got this machine gun idle in base. Needs to get that in the mix. Oh, he's doing some capping with this repair vehicle. Has he gone for the capping? No? Requires not already upgraded. Oh yeah, he has. First time I've seen him use it. Easy 8 does a drop off on the far VP. Maybe could plant some mines, try and prevent the recapture. What happened to this squad in the center? Maybe got forced away by the Easy 8. And another Panzer III in the build for PutPut.
Victory point under enemy control.
Okay, the recovery vehicle getting out of there now.
Point is being neutralized by the enemy.
Easy 8 charging in after the Panzer III. Panzer III a little bit slow turning its turret to fire here. I think he's got the ability active, boosting up his rate of fire. He's able to chase down this Panzer III very effectively. Maybe could deploy some smoke to help with the escape. Trading a couple shots here. Oh, but he gets away. He's brought in the recovery vehicle to act as a blocker. And maybe, you know, with this just on prioritized vehicles, diverting the attack. Here comes the fresh Panzer III coming in, looking for some rear armor hits now. The Easy 8 diving in. Oh, but the Panzer III bounces. Easy 8 gets the kill. And gets behind the rocks. Panzer III trying to get around the corner. He's got enough for an anti-tank raid. The recovery vehicle goes down, but the Panzer III circles back around and gets the kill. But triple cap against PutPut. He needs to get in these capture circles. He's running out very fast here. That might even be GG. He does have the vehicle capture though. He's going in there with the Panzer III. He tries to move in here with the machine gun. That's not going to work. He's going over there with the Panzergrenadiers. Can he do this in time? MG has to retreat from there. He's going to get the neutralized 14 points. He's coming in with the P-Greens, but there's mines aplenty. They hit one. They're crawling. The assault engineer's reacting. Oh. No. You can't do it. And that's it. Oh, man. I honestly, like, that was a great game. I'll say that much. We got some proper shenanigans in that match. Good back and forth action, but I kind of feel sorry for PutPut. I feel like he was the better player this match, but ultimately didn't end up getting the win. But yeah, we got to see, you know, the truck getting used to 4 rifles, combining up with some motor pool usage. You know, went for the Chaffee, I think, just to preemptively just mean, okay, no PutPut, you can't go for the 8-rad. But yeah, I think Panzer 3's maybe a touch weak at the moment. Requires quite a few of these upgrades, and that's just so expensive. It really seems to be like a bit of a late game manpower jam for the Afrika Korps player. And honestly, like the Easy 8's, you know, reasonable value now at its reduced price, especially considering you don't have to build a tech truck to get it out. You know, the assault engineers give you quite a lot of utility, as we saw here, planting a bunch of mines, preventing these last second capture attempts. But yeah, great game. Nice. Yeah, it's just a great one. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.